Hey everyone, I'm pretty sure you all know what this is. You guys asked me 50-something questions, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. Just curious, if you had to rank all the Kyoto Animation anime you've seen up until now, how would you rank them? Alright, I whipped up a tier list for you. I realize you said not to include the movies, but I had to put a couple of them on there. It wouldn't really be my tier list if I didn't pay respect to the best thing they've ever made. What's your credit card number, expiration date, and the 3 digits on the back? Oh, that's a great question. Let's see, 7. What's your favorite non-KyoAni anime? I'd say Code Geass, but if I'm allowed to pick a manga, then Berserk, no question. If you haven't read this masterpiece yet, go do it. It'll make you feel every emotion you've ever felt, and then some. And once you're done, go watch Totally Not Mark's video series about it. It's 1,000 times better than my video, and the guy could really use the support right now. Are you up to date with the Kaguya-sama manga? I am not caught up with the manga. I'm pretty content just waiting for the anime, but I will say hearing all the negative stuff that's being thrown at it recently has me a little worried. So beyond the KyoAni love, do you mostly seek out anime by writer, director, studio, or just general osmosis? Most of the shows I see come as recommendations from friends or family, mostly my brother. Sometimes I'll go by studio or director if I really enjoy one of their works, but it doesn't happen that often. Do you seek out anime to watch, or do you try to keep up with an ever-expanding backlog? I don't have much of a backlog when it comes to anime, probably because you don't have to buy individual shows in order to watch them. I usually just browse Netflix or AniList and say, oh, that looks good, and then I watch it. Have you tried to go back to older anime from the 70s and 80s, and if so, where do you find they differ in story styles? The only things I've seen from those 2 decades are the opening for Daikon 4 and Akira, so I don't think I have the best grasp on the trends of the era. But to me, those two seem like products of any art form in its infancy. They're experimental passion projects that don't abide by any trends, at least from what I can gather. It's kind of hard to follow the money when it hasn't been made yet. Finally, have you read or watched either March Comes In Like a Lion or Silver Spoon? I have heard of March Comes In Like a Lion and I plan on watching it someday, but Silver Spoon is new to me. Maybe I do have a backlog. If you had to pick a single anime to represent you, what would it be? Clannad. What is your favorite anime OP and OST? That is a tough question, so I'll list a few. The second OP for Hyoka, the OP for Noragami Arrogant, the second season, and the OP for Angel Beats. Best OST goes to Clannad, no question. Have you considered doing a longer, more in-depth review of any show of your choosing, like a 2-ish hour analysis? I would love to, but that would take me like over 2 months to put together. I'd also need to find a topic that I can get that much mileage out of. Are you prepared to be arrested immediately upon arrival in Japan for your crimes of using anime footage to make a point? Now, I could see why this could be a serious concern for you all, but don't worry. I upload all my videos in incognito mode, they'll never catch me. Have you ever followed the Haruhi series outside of the KyoAni anime, and if so, would you ever plan on covering the whole series in a video? I have not, but if I ever choose to pick up a book one day, those would be my first choice. I'm very interested in a continuation from where the anime left off. Would you consider working with another creator? Absolutely. I should probably add a business email to the About section to make that, feasible. What do you see your channel being in the future? I honestly don't know. This thing has already changed so much from what I originally envisioned it to be, so I can only give accurate short-term predictions. I will say that I would like to try tackling more general topics outside of just talking about a singular show, something that incorporates multiple pieces of media or events in history. It sounds like fun. What is in the bottom left door cabinets on your fridge? Cheese. Would you like to visit Japan? Yeah, definitely. How many dead bodies are in your basement? Listen, that's a tad bit too personal, don't you think? But I guess since you asked so nicely, I could probably answer that. 0. Koizumi or Koizumi? Koizumi, duh. Favorite tractor? Those ones from Cars. What's your favorite anime of all time as it stands now? Clannad After Story. In your opinion, what's the most overrated anime you've seen? Evangelion. I love what it has to say about overindulging in escapism, but I found the characters to be really unlikable and the story very dull. Cool message, awful slog to get there. Also, I was genuinely surprised when I saw that the anime for Horimiya was well liked by most people. That question also answers this one. Have you seen the anime Neon Genesis Evangelion? If so, what do you think? It just wasn't for me. Have you seen the Toei Clannad film? If so, what do you think of it? Yes, I have, and as much as I love to go into my opinions about it, I think you might already know them. Besides watching shows, what's your favorite part about doing a review/video on something? This is kinda tough because I enjoy every aspect of making videos except for audio editing. If I had to pick something, I'd say finalizing a script. It's always really satisfying to finish one, and I get really excited to bring it to life in a video. In your opinion, is Touhou based? If I remember correctly, that's the series of shoot 'em up games where this song came from, so yeah, I'd say so. Any theories for Kumiko's third year? My theory is I'm not going to like it as much as her first year. I'd love for KyoAni to prove me wrong, but I've not heard very nice things about year 3 source material. If you had to choose your favorite between Clannad and Hyoka, what would you choose? Clannad, 100%. What is your favorite character from every KyoAni anime you've seen? Alright, so Tomoya from Clannad, Oriki from Hyoka, Haruhi from Haruhi, Natsuki from Hibike, Kagami from Lucky Star, Moffle from Amagi Brilliant Park, Violet from Violet Evergarden, don't have much of a choice with that one, Mitsuki from Kyokai no Kanata, Ritsu from K-On!, Shoya's mom from A Silent Voice, Nayuki from Canon, Rika from Chunibyo, Kana from Tamako Market, Fafnir from Maid Dragon, Mio from Nichijou, Masaki from Tsurune, and everyone from Phantom World Sucks. I'm pretty sure that's everything I've seen. Greetings from Russia, and thank you for the wonderful videos. Aw, thank you. How would you describe the reason why you and all of us are so attracted to anime compared to other forms of cinematography? I would say my biggest draw is how creative and expressive so many shows are. Animation gives creators so much more freedom than live action does, and I think anime has capitalized on this freedom really well. Do you ever find yourself imagining hanging out with the characters from the shows you enjoy? Sometimes. I've had dreams where I'm just in the universe of a show, which is pretty cool. I remember slamming Shinji's head into a vending machine during one, that felt good. What's the sign that you got immersed in the world of the anime more than usual? I'd say a good sign of getting immersed is if I constantly find myself thinking about the show after watching a few episodes. This is usually my telltale sign that I'm really enjoying something. Do you have a go-to shonen to watch? I feel like most of us have one. Yes, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is my go-to. It's one of the first shows I ever saw, and I still love how weird and dumb it is. Which country are you from? Sorry if this is too personal. Nah, don't worry about it. You could probably guess just from the sound of my voice that I'm from the United States, and you'd be right. Thank you for the videos. No problem, and thank you for watching them. I'm a big fan of K-On! And I just finished it. What should I watch next? Clannad, Lucky Star, and Euphonium are already in my plan to watch list. All fantastic choices. If you're looking to recapture the same feelings you got from K-On!, go for Lucky Star. If you're looking for something more dramatic with character arcs and all that jazz, then pick one of the other two. My favorite, as I'm sure you all know, is Clannad. What's your least favorite video game and why is it Smash Bros? Some days it feels like it is, but usually my least favorite game is a tie between Sonic Forces and Overwatch. Forces because I can't stand how any of the characters feel to play. It's baffling to me that they managed to screw up the physics so bad 6 years after Generations and like a month after Mania. And Overwatch is here because I despise multiplayer games that de-emphasize individual skill. What got you into making anime commentary videos? So I made that initial K-On! Video for my brother's birthday as just a one-off thing, but it was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. I was already watching anime frequently and I had a lot to say on them, so I just kept making stuff, and now I'm here. Out of curiosity, have you watched Madoka Magica? If yes, what are your thoughts on it? Alright, first Ava, and now this. I'm kind of glad that dislike count is gone. So I've seen up to that part that everyone knows about. I think it happens in episode 3, and it didn't get much of a reaction out of me. I guess if School Days has taught me anything, it's that I don't much care for shock value. I'm sure that it's got a lot more to it than what I saw, but I just didn't feel like continuing it. I might someday though. Also, I was just kidding. I wish dislikes were still here, and I'd ask YouTube to bring him back, but that's never going to happen. What got you into the KyoAni fandom? Like, why have you joined the cult worshippers of S-class slice of life storytelling? Well, like most cults, I was brought in by a family member. My brother forced me to watch K-On! With him, and things just kinda went from there. I always liked slice of life storytelling and other types of media, so I felt right at home here. You have unlimited budget and any available talent. You have to fix School Days. Oh god. Basic plot structure and ending stays the same, changing everything else including tone, character backstory, and personality is fair game. What will you do? Alright, so first of all, I'm gonna hire actual writers and make all the characters regular people. Nobody is just a terrible person from the outset. Second, I would make both conversations and the thought process of these characters more natural and believable. Third, I'd make sure the jokes are actually funny. Fourth, I'd like to find a way to make the ending seem feasible in real life. This means Sekai and Kotonoha are going to have to experience a lot more torment, and instead of it being deliberate, I'd rather have it be mostly accidental. I want the ending to be more like tragedy and less people just getting what they deserve. Also, I'm gonna cast Will Smith as Makoto. 10 favorite anime outside of Kyoto Animation. Alright, in no particular order, sorry if I mispronounced some of this. Code Geass, Kill la Kill, Kuroko no Basket, Gurren Lagann, Angel Beats, JoJo Part 4, Welcome to the NHK, Kage-sama Love is War, No Game No Life 0, and Cowboy Bebop. I'm curious about what your username means and maybe where it's from. Alright Chitanda, so a long time ago, little me needed a username for his Minecraft account, and I thought it would be cool to just combine random letters together and roll with it. It's stuck with me ever since, and while I kind of hate it, most people I talk to like it for some reason. Have you played Persona 5 Strikers yet? I have, it's really good. Definitely my favorite Warriors style game because it's barely a Warriors style game. Would you be interested in making a Discord server in the future? So I've given a lot of thought to this, and my main concern is I won't be able to put as much time and energy into it as I'd like. At the moment, I'm very busy and my schedule is constantly changing because my life is constantly changing right now, so I don't think I'd want to add more to the pile. Hell, I remember telling myself that I'd set up a Patreon or have an actual social media presence after hitting 1,000, but that hasn't happened yet, has it? From all the anime you've seen, who in your opinion is best girl? Kyo Fujibayashi is what I would say if the correct answer was not Toru Adachi. Have you played Sekiro? Yes, I have. So, a little background, the Soulsborne series is arguably my favorite game series ever. Bloodborne and Dark Souls 1 in particular are like the best games I've ever played. And Sekiro is the first one to get me to put the game down because I kept getting curb stomped. The game is really good, I just need something about the combat to just click for me. I'll probably return to it after Elden Ring. Have you read or watched Little Busters? If so, what are your thoughts? I got about halfway through the visual novel before I just stopped reading, but I really liked what I read. I don't think it's nearly as strong as Clannad in terms of writing or characters, but its strength lies in the way it manages to portray friendship in such a pure and touching way. Kyosuke is best boy. What's your favorite drink? Given how cold it is right now, I'm gonna go with hot chocolate. Nothing beats a good cup of that stuff. Your favorite slice of life anime or favorite moe anime? If we're talking pure slice of life, I'm going with Lucky Star. K-On! Is a close second. Do you know what happened to Joe? Yes I do. His mom told me he was taking a vacation in Sugma. If you've watched Violet Evergarden, what's your opinion on the show?
I loved it. I can't wait to make a video on it.
Alright, I think that's all you guys wrote. Big thank you to everyone who participated in this. And an even bigger thank you for letting me get away with doing a Q&A in 2021. So yeah, I hope this was cool or fun or whatever, and I had this written down, but I'm not even looking at it right now. I'm at top page of my notes when what I'm supposed to say is at the bottom. Here's to thousands more. What the? I fucking wrote that? That's stupid. Bye.